Hey everybody, this is Andy Middleton from ANGLR, Atlanta, North Georgia Lakes and Rivers, and I have a really special unboxing to do tonight. This one is from Young's Custom Baits. This is my buddy Shane Young's custom work. He's a master with an airbrush, is a total artist, and he is doing crankbaits and swim baits and whatever kind of baits you want. If you want a custom paint job on it, he can do it. So without further ado, I've got I think 10 or 11 here from my last order that I just picked up a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to get started. The first one is a swim bait. It's a rainbow trout swim bait. You can see the detail in the work there. Should be good for upper Chattahoochee River or any of these highland reservoirs that are fed by cold water streams that have trout in them, like Lake Burton, Evelyn Near. Should be a really good bait. This is another swim bait, same type of swim bait, just a different color pattern. This is the bleeding shad pattern. You can see the red on there that really gets those fish going, and I think everybody pretty much knows what a shad looks like and what lakes around here have them, and makes some good noise and should be a good fish catcher. The next bait is not one you're normally going to find on his website, but it's one that I had him do for me because I lost a big striper in the Etowah River on a small torpedo prop bait one time. This is actually a head and wounded spook, bigger prop bait. It's kind of that same bleeding shad type pattern, black on the top, white on the bottom. It's got the little blood pattern on there, and just a bigger profile prop bait for those big Etowah stripers. Next up, we'll get started on a few square bills. I've got a bunch of square bills to show today, but only one like this. This is a Mega Bass knockoff, the S-Crank in chartreuse shad. You can see it's kind of got a bronze face on it, black top, chartreuse on the sides. Going to make a ton of noise, so it's going to be good in those murky water conditions with the color pattern and the noise and the big fat profile. This next bait, a lot of you guys will recognize, I'm sure, because it's a shad wrap. It's Rapala, one of the most reliable crankbaits out there, in my opinion. The color pattern on this is Shane's Gold Digger pattern, and it's black on the top, gold on the sides, and it kind of fades down into it. Another bait for murky water, more of a maybe a late winter, early spring bait when the bass wants something with more of a skinny profile instead of that big wobbly profile. This next pattern is one of my personal favorites. It's the blue AM crawl, AM standing for Andy Middleton, because I designed this pattern for Shane and he executed it to perfection with the airbrush. I designed it to emulate the crawfish in the Etowah and Coosa River Basin right here around home. So you can see there's a little bit of blue on the back of it, some green pumpkin type color down through the middle, the cross scale pattern, the black, and then on the tail you got the orange and the orange belly. So really emulates the crawfish around here really well. And this pattern all started with the square bill, and this one I've had for a while. This is one of the square bills he did for me in that same pattern. This is the first bait made in that pattern. This is a little bit older lipless crankbait. I think Shane has gone to all red-eye shads now. This is more of a generic lipless, 1/4 ounce. And red crawl. You know this color is popular in the Tennessee River reservoirs during pre-spawn, so should catch some fish this spring. The last three baits I have to show you are all going to be 1.5 square bill crankbaits. This is the spring crawl from it's emulating the spring crawl from Bandit. might be familiar with that pattern. It might look familiar to you because it's a fish catcher. It's just one of those springtime and early summer patterns that just doesn't fail to catch fish. This pattern is one I've not really used before. This is the Blue Sky Shad. You see it's black on top, blue on bottom with a little bit of silver on the side and some vertical stripes. I think I'm going to try, I just thought this looked cool, so I wanted one basically, and I'm going to try it probably in some clear water reservoirs, maybe throwing it along some riprap. I think it'll do well in the clear water with that kind of natural blue pattern. And lastly is the Brunch Shad in the 1.5. This looks, I think, to be a good all-around color pattern. I think you can use it in the murky water because they seem to like more of a gold color when the water gets stained, but it's so natural looking it can probably be used in clear water too, so it should be a good pattern. But anyway, that's the baits I had. Like I said, I've kind of built up an order over the last few months, and I got to see Shane at a tournament a few weeks ago and got this handful of baits. I've been really excited about doing this unboxing and sharing what he can do. I'm on his pro staff and proud to be on it because he does great work. But anyway, check him out. It's Young's Custom Baits on Facebook, at Kayak Weiss on Instagram, and check my pages out as well. It's ANGLR, ANGLR, Atlanta, North Georgia Lakes and Rivers on Facebook. On Instagram, it's ANGLR_Andy. And this all stemmed from my love of sharing information and especially writing about kayak fishing. And my blog is anglerfishing.blogspot.com. So check all that stuff out, give us some love, and get out on the water and catch some fish. Tie line, y'all.